From VTV Channel 6 Studios in downtown Vernal, this is Local Point with your host, Chris Piner.
Welcome to a special edition of Local Point here on VTV Channel 6, sponsored by Ashley Regional Medical Center. I'm David Gale in for Chris Piner today. Now on today's show, you will hear from Uintah County Republican candidates who will face off in the June 22nd primary election. Joining me now in the studio is Brian Fletcher, candidate for Uintah County Sheriff. Welcome, Brian. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Dave.
Tell us why you're running for office.
Well, first, Dave, I'd like to say thanks for the opportunity to come and meet with you, and thank VTV for hosting this. First of all, the reason I'm in the sheriff's race is I think I got the experience and the background to do so. You know, I've been with the sheriff's office for several years. In that time period, I've worked in the jail as a corrections officer, where I started. I promoted out to the patrol division as a road deputy, and for the last 3.5 years I've been a patrol supervisor. I also served a great time as the sheriff's office spokesman, which gave me the opportunity to get out with the public and meet with the public a lot. You know, a little on my educational background, I went to college for a couple years at Snow College, where I had an emphasis in criminal science, or criminal justice, I'm sorry. And, you know, also upon completing the academy, I received the Director's List Award, which was the top academic honor, which exceeded the top academic honor, because I was in the cumulative average of 95% and above, and so I was very proud of that. So I do have the knowledge to do this job. You know, there's been some things that have been brought up through other forums, if you will. You know, and I'm ready to jump in. I'm ready to change the culture of the sheriff's office. I think the sheriff's office has the opportunity and the obligation to serve this community, and when I say the community, I mean the whole community. This is a vast community with a lot of different backgrounds. I mean, we have Ballard, White Rocks, Tridell, Jensen. I mean, we're all over the place. And I think as the sheriff, I'd like to get out there and see what I can do to better serve these people. And I want this personal communication. I want to set up some sort of town meeting or town discussion that I will have on a regular basis with each of these communities, so I can get in there and say, you know, because what I think may be working well for Mesa area, that might not be what Ballard's has in mind. But I want that communication. I think that we have to have that communication with these communities in order to best serve their needs, and that way our service will be, will be better across the board. I also think we need to reinvest in some of the youth programs. You know, growing up, I had the opportunity to be coached by several police officers. They had a great influence in my life. You know, I still carry a lot of those relationships today, and for a great deal, they probably directed partially where I ended up. I think that not only in the sporting aspect of it, but to get back in the schools, I think we need, in our positions of trust, we need to take those opportunities to meet with the kids and provide those avenues to positively influence their lives. You know, and I'm open to, you know, I've had some people come to me with some suggestions, and they've been great suggestions that, you know, if I given the opportunity, I'm going to look into them. As far as there's some things that have gone on in the sheriff's office over the last 4 years. We've turned over half of our sworn deputies. That's concerning. I mean, that's a lot of years of experience that we've lost. We've had a couple that have retired, yes, but for the most part, guys have just left. I mean, we have 7 officers that now make up Vernal City's police force, and with the majority of those that went down there for less pay. So it's a concern, and I want to be able to provide that leadership and that structure to bring back the sense of pride that, you know, Uintah County deputies once possessed. I mean, we got a great crew right now. We got a very good, competent crew. I mean, from the jail staff through detectives to the patrol division, not to mention our administrative people. We got a good crew, and I think given the direction and the leadership, I mean, they want to prosper. They want to go out and do the right things, and I'm ready to give them that support. And I think that I'll be able to do that.
You've got about 30 seconds for closing comments.
Okay. Well, what I'd like to say is, you know, I've got the background. I've got the experience. I'm ready to do this job. I love this community. I love this area. you know, given the chance, I'm going to stand up, I'm going to fight for the people of this county, I'm going to support our officers, and I'm going to do a good job as the sheriff of this county. And I'd ask for your vote on June 22nd.
All right. Thank you very much, Brian Fletcher,
Thank you.
candidate for Una County Sheriff.
Thanks.
Now joining me in the studio is incumbent Sheriff Jeff Merrill, up again for re-election. Thanks for joining us,
Thank
Sheriff
you.
Merrill. Tell me, why are you running again?
You know, it's been an enjoyable thing that we have done. In the last 4 years, we've done, or actually 3.5 years, we've done a lot of things with the Sheriff's Office and for the community. And because I've done a lot, but I haven't got everything accomplished yet. It's hard to get everything accomplished in a 3 or a 4 year period. And as you know, you come over and visit us at the Public Safety Complex, and we went through it, and that was kind of fun. And it's probably a little bit like buying a Toyota. Maybe I shouldn't say Toyota, but the brakes have some issues or surging problems. That's the way the gel is. What I would like is another 4 years to be able to get the gel up and running, be able to smooth those things out procedurally. The building is a great thing that is going to serve our community for a long period of time. And we've made great strides. And so I would like another 4 years to be able to finish what I've started. And I think a lot of people know me. You know, I'm from Vernal. I was born and raised here. I hired on in 1980s at the beginning of the first boom. And then the boom went off, just like it has now. So I've seen this cycle over and over. So I've got 30 years of experience. Come September 2nd will be my 30-year mark. And I still have things to offer. My experience, my maturity allows me the opportunity to make those decisions, which we have made over the last 3 years, and get things going. And so in that aspect, I would like 4 more years to finish what I've started.
What do you think makes you the best candidate for the job?
You know, I think, again, I have the experience. I have, the Sheriff's Office is not a small organization. In fact, it has the most employees in UNT County. We have, I think it's 69 employees just with UNT County. With 69 employees, it is a big operation. And you have to have the experience budgetarily. You know, I started out in Civil Division. We don't just do the officers on the road. We also do the jail. We also do Civil Division. We do the court security. We do bailiffs. We do transport. This is a multi-facet, and I started in Civil Division. I went to the road position. Then I was an investigator. I mainly worked on child abuse, sexual abuse cases, but I was over the investigators during the time that I was there. And then the last 4 years, we've made great strides. And having somebody else come in the middle of that to try to see the vision at the end, you're just losing ground. And I would like that opportunity. I think that since I started that, Public Safety Complex, and we going in a one direction, we need to keep going in that one direction. It'd be difficult to hire a new sheriff, and now we go in another direction, and that wouldn't necessarily be fiscally smart for the community. And I think we'd lose ground. But I think because of my age, because of my experience, the number of years that I have in, makes me the best candidate.
All right, you got about a minute left for closing comments.
Wow.
Goes quick.
I would like to adhere to the citizens of UNT County that you elected me 3 years ago to come in and do the right things for the right job. We have been fiscally responsible with your money. We have planned for the future. We have a safer community today than we did 3 years ago when I took office. We have a place that we can put people that violate the law to make them responsible for their actions. And we have a great base to start from, or we are starting with. We have good officers that work for us. And what I would like is your vote so that I can continue for another 4 years and be able to finish the job which I've finished. And I ask for your vote on
June 22nd.
22nd of June,
That's right.
and so that we can continue forward.
Okay. Thank you very much. Once again, incumbent Sheriff Jeff Merrill running for Uintah County Sheriff. Thank you.
Thank you very much.